So I'm going to relate to you the concept of the word stories and all the connotations that word implies and brings all the pictures that it brings to people. For my people, when we tell the knowledge that we bring forward and in the limited vocabulary that we use, the word story calls comes up. And like I said, for a lot of people, stories represent things like legends, and they bring images of fantasy, of romanticism, and a lot of the teachings that my people bring forward are don't fit in that category of stories. One of the things that I've seen when my people talk about stories, they say "Achimawawan," "Achimawawan," and it means like relating something, and it also and one of the words that I'd heard in regard to a word that could be supplant the word stories is tellings, and I feel a lot more comfortable with that word when we're saying something. We're going to relate to you a telling, because a telling basically tells people that this is it connotes it has a connotation of importance. Whereas a story, like I said before, is equated to fables, it's equated to mythologies, and a lot of the knowledge that my people put forward are not mythologies. They're not legends. They're not quaint little stories. There's a depth of knowledge to these things, and there's an understanding and also an experience of thousands and thousands of years that are being brought forward. And this knowledge has been tried, tested, and true through thousands and thousands of years. And so it's more than just a little word story. It has more depth of meaning, and it has more understanding than just a simple word. So in relation to teachers hearing these tellings that are being put forward and maybe acting upon them themselves, it's very important that we stay true to the original telling of what's being related, and that these stories, these tellings, all these things, they come from a cultural perspective, and they originate in a cultural context. And you take that out of the cultural context, and then you're adding your own influence to it, whatever it is that's being said. And there'll be misunderstandings there, and there'll be misconnections, and also confusion. And a lot of times it's looked at as being very simplistic when, like I said before, that these things have a depth of knowledge and understanding that goes beyond just the presentation of a fairy tale, the presentation of a little story. There's a lot of depth of knowledge to that. So it's very important that if as a teacher, when you're presenting these things, that there should be a person that can be approached and asked to go about presenting these things from a cultural perspective, depending whatever culture is that you're bringing forward. It's not only indigenous knowledge, but there's all kinds of cultures all over the world, and in the classroom, you have a lot of opportunity to bring these cultures forward. But the person that is bringing those things forward should be from the actual culture, so that connection is there and that authenticity with that goes with that.